Hi Aries, thanks for joining me, liking, sharing and subscribing. I really do appreciate all your likes, your feedback and your comments, so thank you for doing that. Okay, 10 of Swords. Coming out of stagnancy, which is good. Illumination might be a key factor for you this month. The Moon card, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay, a lot of aces for a lot of the signs this month. A lot of newness coming in. So that's extra special. Starting off with the 10 of Swords, as I said, coming out of stagnancy. There's an old way of life that might be dying. I think this could be the end of a cycle for you that's coming in. I feel there's illumination around you. I mean, we do have darkness here and we do have a beautiful new dawn, a new horizon, possibly foreign lands for some of you Aries that are wanting to travel or making travel plans. Making these plans, either traveling to coastal towns, traveling internationally, traveling for work, possibly choosing between or planning between 2 different locations to travel or 2 different destinations that you're wanting to travel to. Look, I think for a lot of you, it's about gaining clarity this month. Something that was hidden from you or was perhaps obscured or was in darkness. I think there's new feelings that are coming through and new notions, new information that's being accessed by you. The 10 of Swords can indicate a betrayal. You do also have the 5 of Pentacles in the top right-hand corner. So this could indicate that you feel somewhat shut off from a relationship or from someone this month. It could also be that someone around you has been hurt, or maybe you've been hurt. And it's about ending a cycle. So for a lot of you, you are putting your foot down, Aries, and you're saying enough is enough. No more. I don't want to be left out in the cold. I don't want to feel this way. And for a lot of you, it's ending a cycle with your finances. For some, it's ending a relationship as well. And it's because you have other things in plan, other things in store, other things that you're planning to do. For a lot of you, it's definitely with water sign that you're either ending or starting a relationship with, a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. Strong water cards here, Queen of Cups, the Moon, the Ace of Cups as well. And this is this anxiety or this intuition with the Moon card. Your intuition might be heightened this month, Aries. Premonitions, dreams, symbols, synchronicities could be on the forefront for you this month. I feel there's animalistic behavior. It's like basic instinct this month for you. It could be with relationships. It could be that you're very in tune with how you're feeling or how your partner or the person you're interested is feeling with as well with the Moon card. It's almost like there's an ending coming and you already feel it, Aries. It doesn't have to be with relationships. It can be with work. Maybe you feel you're ready to leave the workplace, ready to leave the company you're working for. Maybe you feel that you've been taken for granted. But it's basic instinct. You feel there's just something nudging at you, Aries, and you feel it's calling you to something else. And maybe it is. Maybe you have other plans. You've got the world in your hands here, which is beautiful. You do have other potentially life-changing, life-altering plans ahead for you. The Moon can also symbolize creativity. Or if you've previously been dealing with an earth sign, a water sign, it could mean that this person perhaps once shut you off, but is now opening themselves up to you, which is good. There is growth here. But as I said, the Moon card can also symbolize creativity. So creativity at work, emotional creativity, which I like. This is thoughtfulness. As I said, the darkness is lifting. There will be a veil. Things will be exposed here for you with the Moon card. A more interest in dreams or visions as well, and spirituality with the Moon card, the cycles of the Moon. This month could be a bit of an emotional roller coaster for you, influenced by the cycles of the Moon. You may feel certain energies or certain emotions this month. And very empathetic. I think there's a situation that will be coming in for you where you will be very empathetic towards someone around you. It could be an earth sign or it could be yourself. It could be someone that's needing help, someone that's underprivileged here. It could also be your finances as well. Maybe it's you feeling somewhat drained, financially drained or emotionally drained, maybe with the Moon card as well, with the 5 of Pentacles together. It could be lack of fairness happening within the workplace as well, on a team project, or maybe working towards a project. Maybe you've exercised a lot of creativity and you've brought a lot to the work project, or the whatever you've been doing in business or professional. And it could be that you won't receive the acknowledgement until the end of the month. So it's almost like you're wanting this credit, Aries, but you won't get it until the end of the month. So I think you need to just be a little bit more patient. But there could be someone that is being a little bit unfair, and it could be a betrayal, could be from an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Could also be a water sign. But it could be that this person is being not authentic, or is perhaps just putting their interests first. So watch out for this person, Aries. I know you don't handle too much grief. You're pretty headstrong at handling things straight on, so I don't see that this will be an issue. For some of you, there is an opportunity to attend a charity event, a community or a church. So this may be on the forefront for you as well. There is pets here. We have animals. So for some of you, there is spiritual, religious messages coming through, or perhaps spiritual or religious events that will show up to you. I also feel like something might happen this month and you feel it's going to propel you into choices. The Two of Wands. It's almost like something that happens this month, early in the month, is going to be a catalyst for you to leave or start something new or be creative and innovative, which is good. So it's like a catalyst that sparks the change you need. Maybe you're unhappy where you are work-wise. You're not professionally accredited for what it is that you do. You're not appreciated, and maybe it's time for a career change. Or maybe this is in a relationship. But I think there's good change that's coming. And you'll definitely be looking within with the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. You'll be looking within, Aries, and finding out which course of action is best for you to take. For some of you, it's definitely new lands, new ventures. As I said, it could be a holiday, but it could also be a relocation. And it could be a massive change, what turns out to be a massive change for the better for you. So something sparks the change that you're looking for. And suddenly you have options. Some of you might be traveling overseas for underprivileged or charity work, dealing with underprivileged children or people, with what looks like a charitable card here with the Five of Pentacles. For others of you, you're definitely saving for a new start, a fresh start elsewhere. You could also be dealing with two different people here as well, and one of them has shut themselves off from you, or you feel they haven't opened up to you, and it's a bit frustrating, and I think you're just left with a lot of questions with the Moon card. Why this person has acted this way, or what has happened and why. So I think that's for some of you coupled Aries out there. For those that are single, there is someone possibly coming in that is foreign, someone that is quite creative. They could be an artist. They could work with rehabilitation. They could work with injured people, so they could work in nursing. They could be a doctor. They could be studying to be a doctor. They could be studying to be a priest, a pastor. So it's someone that has that creativity, I think, within them already. And someone who's quite spiritually in tune with things going on around them. And it could be that you meet at a charity event or you meet overseas. It's either you meet on travels or this person is coming in, possibly bilingual. I always get a Southern Mediterranean feel with this card. Could be South America or Southern Europe. So this person may have links to these areas. There could also be, for those in a general sense, it could be that pets or the elderly need tending to or need caring. So a visit to the vet, a visit to the nursing home, or looking after parents or paying to help look after them. If this is the case for some of you, it could be. Because we do see these injured people in the cards here. It could be someone that might be injured that you might need to spend money on for recovery. And it could also be visiting the physio, the chiropractor, something to appeal to the body, because we do see You can see the Ten of Swords, which is the swords in the back. This could be acupuncture, spine alignment or adjustment as well. So it could be that. So health-wise, it could be a few things happening. But look, back to this change. I think there is something that will take place. It will throw you into action. This is the catalyst for change. This is the change you're seeking, I think, is coming through. And there's options available to you, Aries. There always is. You just need to dig deep and figure out what they are with the Moon card. It can be very rewarding, the changes that are ahead for you. The Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. This is a rebirth. So for some of you, there's definitely a rebirth happening in a relationship, whether it brings you closer together. Possible engagements here as well happening with the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups. This is beautiful. This is strong emotional fulfillment and adjustment happening here. In particular with the water sign. So for those that have been dealing with the water sign, you might be coming back with this person and suddenly they're offering you a new life, a clean start, away from the past, away from the dark, away from obscurity, and into something that looks quite promising. But again, it's still in its early stages, so it might happen towards the end of the month or possibly even next month. I think work-wise or business-wise, a lot of you have good ideas. Whether it's a new product or a new service you'd like to advertise or you'd like to sell, or a new project, a new creative pursuit that you'd like to implement. You're definitely thinking about it, but whether or not you have the money to fund it could be an issue. The Five of Pentacles could indicate that there isn't enough funds at this point in time to fund the project and to see it through. So maybe it's great that you've got the creative side down pat, that you're thinking about the plans creatively. You're already implementing maybe plans of how to see this idea grow, or this business, or whichever venture it is. I just think right now, maybe monetarily, it's not the ideal time to pursue this. So just with your finances, it may not be that you have enough, or it may be that the idea is quite costly and it's preventing you from moving forward. There could also be someone around you, a friend, a partner, a loved one that's struggling a little bit financially, if it's not you directly, Aries, and they may be coming to your aid, or you might be coming to their aid. And it's really a notion of saving grace here. So I love this. I feel you're feeling quite charitable this month, which is good. So it could be health related. We do see these, destitute, and we see this man on cripple here, on crutches here, so he does look a little bit ill, a bit crippled here. But look, that doesn't mean, it could just mean you're working maybe directly with those that have been injured, or visiting a chiropractor maybe, or maybe you're dealing with those who have in their recent past been drained of their finances, Aries. Some of you already have someone around them, in particular a water sign that's coming in, and you're feeling a very strong connection to this person. Now, whether you've shut them out or they've shut you out, I think there's a bit of back and forth that will go on. For some of you, there's a long distance relationship that will form. It could be because you're moving, this person is moving, and you have to develop this long distance connection, and you feel somewhat deprived of their affections because they're so far away. So you do feel a little bit closed off and shut off. And I think this is where the questions are arising. Okay, what do we have? Wheel of Fortune, fated events and circumstances. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Okay, in the relationship aspect, I feel there's a completion or a cycle of events that's taking place. The wheel could reiterate that whatever is happening around relationships, whether it's with this water sign, the Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio that you're dealing with directly, that we saw in these cards for the general reading, Or if it's a fellow fire sign that you're perhaps dealing with, or an earth sign, the cycle is coming to an end. So whether their feelings have been obscured, they haven't opened up to you, or whether you've been the one exhibiting this behavior, Aries, this cycle has to happen. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's a learning curve for you. You'll take something from this. So it's not all for nothing. Because it will lead you to a new opportunity of either A, rebirth, which I mentioned in the general reading, with the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, rebirth for you in this relationship, maybe coming back together with someone from the past, someone that perhaps has hurt you or left you a little bit pained. This could be the opportunity that you're waiting for. If you are waiting to mend things with this person, this could be it. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is this physical offer. And look at this. This is a person coming back, or you reaching out to them. The Page of Wands, the Seven of Wands. You may be a little bit conflicted when this person approaches you again, or when you approach them. And maybe that you feel somewhat resistance. This is resistance coming through with the Seven of Wands. So maybe this is how you're feeling. You want to be in touch with them, yet you're resistant, Aries. Or they've hurt you. They've crossed you in some way, and maybe you're not ready to go there. Maybe you're not ready. You need your own time. You need to go through this cycle of your own thoughts, of your own perception of what happened. You need to register everything that happened between the two of you until you come back together. But look, there will be communication with the Page of Wands. So whether you've been left shut out because of a relationship, there is communication coming in. Someone that you've had some sort of romantic connection with is coming through with an offer, and they're handing you the offer with the Ace of Pentacles, and I see you contacting this person back. Although at first it might not be something you ideally want to do, or at first it might be something that you feel like you need to give them a piece of your mind before you actually progress and talk about the serious stuff, Aries. So that's if it's in regards to a relationship. For some of you, you are entering a new cycle with the Wheel of Fortune, and it is an upward cycle. So whether this is concerning your finances, there is a potential lucrative and quite profitable offer that's coming in for you. Look, it could very well be a new role that's coming through. You did have two aces. As I said, aces are coming up for a lot of the signs. So this could indicate venturing into new fields, new career paths potentially as well. And I think this will give you that rebirth. We did mention the rebirth and renewal of things with the aces. So it could be there's rebirth, or there's a revitalization happening within your finances, which is good. But it's first and foremost, it's this feeling of feeling neglected or shut out. And look, you are defensive about it because it's hurt you on some level, Aries. It's hurt you. It's made you embark on this emotional roller coaster unexpectedly, maybe. But I think you will pull through. You will come out of this, and you will be victorious. Because the Wheel of Fortune is this underlying theme that it's an upward cycle. That not only are there lessons in love, lessons in life, but it's all part of a cycle you need to go through to get to these new opportunities. And it's not always the best. We don't, at the time that it's happening, we don't always realize what it's teaching us or why it's purposed to happen. And then later on, months or even years later down the track, we realize why this actually happened. So it could very well be in different aspects here, both romantically and otherwise, and business or creatively as well. And we did speak about the catalyst for change. I think this is this notion of planning and seeking this change that you've wanted for so long, Aries, and it's possible that it's coming. And whether or not it's because of this, whether it's because of something, a choice that is suddenly offered, an option that is suddenly offered to you out of nowhere, because the Wheel of Fortune is these sort of events, places, people, circumstances that come very unexpectedly, possibly orchestrated by the divine, the energies, the gods, the angels, whichever label you'd like to put on it. It's a higher power than ourselves. It's also manifestation here. So you've manifested this change. Look at these circles here. Creation of new worlds. You hold the world in your hand here. Okay, justice. It's time to give yourself equality, justice, and fairness. Contracts are coming through for some of you to either live or work overseas with the Justice card, or there's a Libra that's coming in romantically. Possibly a Taurus as well with the King of Pentacles. Two different people. You might be dealing directly with a Taurus and a Libra. Okay, this is the Libra coming through, Ace of Swords. Okay, the Tower card. Sudden shakeups. Things will change very, very quickly, Aries. It could be a whirlwind of changes, choices. It's important that you're methodical and you're practical in your choices, though, especially if it involves a large amount of money or stability. And there's a lot of security that's needed, hence why the King of Pentacles is here. This indicates that you need to take a practical approach to movement, etc., because it's not going to be easy, and the Tower card could indicate there's hurdles and obstacles ahead. So it's important that you approach everything very logically, and it's all well balanced here. But it is an upward cycle, so the underlying theme is positive. There is improvement and there is stability and fortune. Look, there's beautiful things ahead for you despite these choices that you make. And if it's romantic, then there is definitely something happening with a Taurus or a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius that is around you. And fate's sending you these opportunities, these people, these contracts. But you know, you have to be careful here because sometimes life can throw you a curveball, Aries, and you're going to have to fight through it. So make sure you set yourself up to succeed, not to fail. You have to equip yourself with all the right resources for this change. It could also be romantic, and it could be that there's shakeups happening in love. But again, I feel like there's a lesson to be learnt here. The Wheel of Fortune here, it's a cycle. You have to go through this cycle to let or to invite something bigger or better or something more purposed for you. So it's about embracing these changes and embracing what it is that's being offered to you. So fated changes ahead could be involved with someone foreign, or foreign properties, foreign contracts, foreign visas maybe. And just remember, whatever happens, it's almost like it was part of the plan. That it will lead you to something better, that it would pave the path for you, Aries. Let's have a look at this emotional or rebirth or new person coming in. Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, possibly a water sign coming through for you. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Aries, someone that is wanting commitment, love, marriage, engagement, a family. Someone that wears their heart on their sleeve is wanting to make you this offer. Two of Pentacles, you could be deciding between two different people or in two minds about this. Again, I feel like there's a lot of back and forth. You possibly have a history with this person already and they're coming back. So it could definitely be someone coming back from the past. Someone that has caused you a bit of pain or grief, or maybe you've done this to them. And maybe you're in two minds whether you want to give them a second chance. Whether you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, Aries coming through, the Sun. This is you in your power here. This is you shining. So it's almost like the ball is in your court, Aries. You will have the option to shine. You will have the ability to give life to this relationship. So it's them coming to you, wanting a second chance possibly, or someone brand new. And I feel the ball will be in your court. You'll be able to decide. You'll be able to breathe life into this relationship. It will go at your pace, but it could potentially lead you to a lot of happiness here. The Sun card is a childlike innocence or a childlike view in the world. It's purity. There's children here. There's young children. There's flowers. It might feel so right. This person that's coming in has pure intentions. Maybe they didn't before. Maybe they've caused you pain and grief, but now they're coming in a really special way here. Okay, you've had the Six of Cups turn around, and you've had other cards here, a bit too many, but look, let's take out the Eight of Wands as well, and I love that you have the Star card too. Okay, strong Aquarius coming through. Again, look at this, King of Cups. We'll keep these on the side, but King of Cups is here. You had the Queen of Cups, so there's possibility here for a soulmate twin flame connection. Someone that's emotionally in tune with you, someone that can offer you the same amount of love. Okay, you've had the other cards, the Fool, King of Wands, Page of Swords. Let's look at these cards though. Communication is coming in, definitely, from this person this month. Either through social media. They're wanting healing, so healing is taking place. Whether this is healing of the relationship and you give it a second go, or whether this is healing because they want closure, or you want closure if it's an Aquarius. Or they want to start something new. They're feeling nostalgic. They miss you. They'll reach out, Aries. They're definitely thinking about you. A lot of communication back and forth, diplomacy. Again, this back and forth, ping-ponging with communication, with ideas. Should I or shouldn't I? It's really a question mark here for you. But look, it can lead to something really beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune, the Star card, this can lead to potentially a happily ever after for you, Aries. So maybe don't shut off the idea just yet. Don't close yourself off to the idea yet. I think it has to be weighed up, yes. But I think it could potentially lead you to be extremely happy relationship-wise. If this is a new job that you're starting, it could lead you to a lot of success. New beginnings with the Fool card. King of Wands, it could lead you to travel and a lot of movement, career progression. But again, you're possibly uncertain here with the Page of Swords. But it's in its early stages. You might be getting a role where you might not be necessarily qualified for, and you're starting in an entry role of some kind, but it could lead to wonderful destined things here. Possibly an opportunity to undergo a traineeship or training of some kind for this role or for this job. Again, there could be two different jobs that are offered. One could be located overseas, elsewhere, or in a different department. You do have a lot of fire here, so this could indicate a lot of movement to get to this role. It could be a large commute. It could be a long commute, to get to this role. But I think it'll be worth your while. It could put you in the spotlight. It could bring you a lot of passion. Queen of Cups is all about passion. And bring you to your power. You've come up. Actually, you've come up twice with the Fool and the Sun card. So this is beautiful. But look, I hope this has been insightful for you, Aries. It's